Good afternoon, Amanda McDonough again. After today's exciting first day of classes, we've decided that I think the kids need a tutorial video on how to meeting, just the basics at least. So first things first, and then we'll go into a screen share. Let the teacher start the meeting. Today I had sixth graders trying to start meetings, and we ended up with 4 different meetings with 3 meetings wondering where the teacher was. It's just easier if you let the teacher start the meeting. Use school appropriate language both verbally when you speak and in the chat room. Remember, teachers and administrators see everything, so keep it school appropriate. Learn to use the raise your hand icon, and I'll show you what that is in the screen share. And please remember that video meetings are a privilege. If you are wholly disruptive or inappropriate, we can actually permanently put you on mute, where you cannot unmute yourself. You will still be able to see everything. You will still be able to communicate via the chat, but you will not be able to unmute yourself. Now, the other thing is, please ask your questions in the meeting. If for some reason you can't, you're feeling a little shy, you run out of time, what I would suggest is just remember that your teacher might be going into the next meeting over. So if they don't answer you right away, just understand that they're just in the next meeting over. They're not trying to ignore you. And also remember that if they're in the next meeting over, it doesn't really help to keep pinging them with chats or video calls, multiple emails. Just give them a little time, especially if it's between that 10 to 12 block on Monday through Thursday. Just understand, again, we're in a lot of meetings in between that time frame, so we might not get back to you right away, but we will get back to you. Now, let us go into the screen share, and I can show you some of the features and how to do some things. I've already logged into our sample student account. So as you can see, we're just on the most basic screen where you start. So you would go into Teams and give it a second. The school bandwidth is probably crying right now because most of the teachers are still on it using it. All right, so we're going to go into a meeting. I'm going to get this out of the way. What you will see is right here, you're going to see a purple join meeting. And that's what you click on, and you will be able to get right into the meeting that the teacher has started. Now, let us go into a meeting real quick. So once you go in, you'll be able to use the hand, and it looks like, literally, it looks like a little hand on the screen. You'll see it looks kind of like this on the screen. So you'll see this little yellow hand sticking up. And a lot of teachers, they'll basically say, okay, keep yourselves on mute and raise your hand if you've got a question, or for example, I was polling students, you know, raise your hand if you've been able to access the e-textbook, that kind of thing. So learn to use that little hand feature. And again, understand that within a meeting, again, we can see all of the chats, we can hear you if you're not on mute. please, 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 please use the appropriate language. And again, if you're starting multiple meetings and it's getting to be disruptive, we can change the settings, and it may mean that you can't ask questions within that particular channel anymore. And we'd like to not have to narrow the communication possibilities. So that's pretty much the basics on how to meeting within Teams. So if you guys have any questions, please get a hold of your teachers. Again, within each team, so within each class, you guys should have a specific slot within that time frame. So you might have a nearly hour time frame. So you might have a specific time slot within that frame. So for example, yeah, the time slot goes from about 10:05 to 11, but maybe your class meets from 10:05 to 10:20. So just within your channel, just get an idea of when your meeting is. Most of the teachers have been sending invites, so calendar invites. Just check your schedule. We're trying to get everybody in, so in many cases in smaller groups. So just keep an idea of your schedule. We've got lots of great questions, so please keep the questions coming if you're getting unsure or frustrated. Guys, we're here. We're here to answer questions, and we want you to be comfortable with asking questions. Let us know if you need us. Take care.